Good afternoon, class. My name is Joey Lamond, and today I'm going to talk to you about self-defense. So, as it says here, it's mankind's oldest lifestyle activity. Uh, we've been doing it since the dawn of time, having to defend ourselves, whether it be from animals or other people. There's a lot of debate over what style came first, or where the idea of self-defense originated from. Uh, in a formalized aspect. When we say martial arts, it literally comes from martial law, military law. It's really putting martial combat, hand-to-hand combat, make it into an art form. The three main styles that I'm going to attribute to laying the foundation to what we see in modern times are pankration, Salat systems, and the Japanese systems, or Bushido, which is the way of the warrior in Japanese. Pankration is the ancient Greek and Roman martial art, and it's what all the gladiators practice as well as soldiers. Very similar to wrestling. It actually looks very similar to modern day MMA because it had kicks, punches, knees, elbows, takedowns, had the whole wide array of things. And then Salat systems originated in Indochina and varied from village to village, tribe to tribe. Every same thing with pankration and with Japanese arts. Every village, every tribe had their own version of it. And Bushido was what the samurai would practice, or all the things that fall under Bushido, or what the samurai would practice, or even farmers. As you see this picture down here, just a cool little tidbit of knowledge is like when people think of nunchucks or sais like the Ninja Turtles, the three-pronged things, those weapons were actually originally used as farming tools. And Japanese farmers developed ways to defend themselves with them because the Japanese shogun were abusing their power and they needed a way to defend themselves against the samurai. So the benefits of practicing a self-defense, well, first for the psychomotor, you're going to learn how to physically protect yourself and learn body alignment. So you're going to learn how to punch, how to protect yourself with a punch, and making sure that you punch correctly so you don't hurt yourself. As silly as it sounds, you can very easily break your hand by hitting someone else. It happens all the time. In the cognitive realm, you're going to develop a tactical mindset, meaning you're going to be aware of your surroundings, and knowing what to do against single attacker, multiple attackers. You're going to learn body mechanics and body physics. So learning how the body works. If I hit someone this way, how are they going to react, and how am I going to use that to my advantage? Example of that would be if I hit someone on the groin. If I hit a male on the groin, their head is going to come forward. So my next strike would be to the face. And that kind of goes along with physics. While they're going down, I'm using gravity to give my punch more power. Their head's going into my punch or slap or whatever technique it is. And then in the effective domain, it would be when to use self-defense. We're not teaching bullies. With all my students on the very first day, I make it very clear that I do not teach bullies, and you only use self-defense if you absolutely have to. A true martial artist will only use these techniques to as a last resort. They will try to talk their way out of a fight any chance they get, and then they'll also learn that they'll protect themselves and others. The importance of protecting others. And down here you see some additional benefits of training: memory, retention, confidence. If you can defend yourself and you can confidently, and you can defend yourself, there's definitely a level of confidence that comes with that. Self-control, problem solving, adaptation kind of goes with tactical mindset, balance, coordination, flexibility, muscle tone, and endurance. The balance, that's hits two wickets: balance, physical balance, as well as balance in your life, mental, spiritual, and physical. So the sequence of skills, there's thousands, millions of techniques. There's so many ways to punch. There's so many ways to kick. There's little variations of kicks, knees, elbows, joint locks, manipulations. So instead of saying, oh, to learn self-defense, it's here, 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 you would have the technique, and then you have to master the technique in the air, right? So if I say, this is a punch, well, learn how to do that in the air. Then learn your range. Everyone is different, especially in the self-defense world. I'm a shorter guy, I'm 5'8". I'm not going to have the same techniques, or I'm not going to be comfortable with the same techniques as a guy who's 6'5" or 6'3". We're going to have a very different way. So we're going to have to learn our range. And then timing is when to throw it, or when to throw the kick, punch, takedown, whatever it may be. And then the actual delivery of it, meaning, so we've practiced everything else, we know our range, we know when to throw it, but now it's the actual performing the technique. So that would be the sequence of skills. Learn the technique, learn your range, learn timing, and learn delivery. So this is a punch, just demonstration of punch. And these are quick tidbits. So what I'm doing is punching with my two knuckles, my two front knuckles, and I'll pause it right here, okay? And I'm going to be twisting the wrist. It'll increase power. My other hand's going to be up to protect my head. So punches are simple, but they can take a long time to master. Next one is going to be a kick. This is not spousal abuse. She agreed to this. So this is just a run-of-the-mill front kick, okay, to the groin. Hurts both male and female. It's a great self-defense technique. There's caveats to it. If the person's wearing protection, like a protective cup, or they're a little intoxicated or wearing tight jeans. So that goes with the tactical mindset. You have to know which techniques to use and when to use them. Also goes into the timing. Okay, and then this one is a more complicated one. Still, what I would teach to a big group of people, but it is more complicated and would take more time to learn. It's a reverse wrist twist to an ulna press, meaning someone's grabbing you like a bully is. I'm going to reach over and grab the wrist and pull down and then do the ulna press. So let me break that down real quick. So that move right there is a move within itself. And like I said, there's 1,000 variations of things, so I can go into another move from there. And then the other one is a ulna press, okay? And I'm rubbing my ulna into their tricep, which we'll talk about pressure points in a little bit here. So the stretching / lead up games, over in the text on page 338, this is a challenge topic, so I just took up the lead-up games or activities from the text. And a groin stretch, so when you're sitting down with your legs spread apart as far as you can, reaching forward. Flexibility is a huge part of martial arts and self-defense. It improves agility and, of course, flexibility. And with more flexibility, I can get my leg higher, I'll have more balance. And flash drill, so in the text, flash drill, like you would see in football, you're stuttering and you'd follow commands. In this case, I would have them in a basic fighting stance, and I would work footwork with them, moving left, right, forward, down. And flexibility is defined as, you know, the ability to flex your biceps, right? And over here is Tin Man. All right, so safety and proper technique. The first rule, there is only actually one rule, and it's to survive in self-defense. That's it. There are no rules. If I'm on the street, punch, bite, scratch, eye gouge, that's self-defense. It's not pretty, it's not nice, but that's what it is. The S in safety equals self, so safety starts with yourself. Controlling, if you're being choked, if we're practicing chokes, you tap whenever it becomes uncomfortable, or if you're in an armbar, don't wait till the pain comes, or don't wait to get become unconscious. And then on the other hand, if you're doing the move, control it. There's no need to, if we're practicing groin kicks, you're not going to kick someone as hard as you can. you're going to control it. You're going to focus it. So the appropriate gear, you can. I've been doing it for a long time, and I very rarely am wearing any of this stuff because it goes back to the control. But you have cups, face masks, chest pads. The picture that you see down here is probably a little overkill. That would be more. It's probably a little overkill. So spiritual self-defense. This is Archangel Michael defeating Satan, and self-defense enables us to protect what God gave us, and that's our body. That is the only thing that we were given to by God directly. I mean, you can say everything's been given to us, but this is the only thing that He Himself gave us, right? So protect it. Learn how to protect it. Self-defense gives you the ability to care for others in a way that most people can't. And if you know you can defend yourself and you're in an area, it'll give you confidence to believe too. No one's going to prevent you from doing so. So bonus knowledge, pressure points. I know I'm going a little over my time. Like with my last presentation, I geek out over this stuff. So pressure points, basically pressure points are just nerve clusters. So all those little dots, you don't have to read it. If you want to pause the video and zoom in, you can. But really, all those places are nerve clusters. And anywhere where there's more nerves, you hit there, it's going to hurt more. The groin, the solar plex, that's when you get the wind knocked out of you, you're getting hit there. And all those points that you hit have a reaction. And then my personal philosophy on self-defense is try to steer away from a fight with every possibility. Any chance you get away from it. If you have no choice, perform it well. Do your job well. And like the shirt says, Krav Maga, touch me and your first lesson is free. People commonly associate Krav Maga with great, fantastic martial arts, self-defense. It's nothing new, but it is a good self-defense art. Real basic, and it's easy to learn. All right, and lastly, when life closes a door, breach the wall and walk in like a boss. So it had nothing to do with the presentation, but it's always good to have a funny meme at the end of it. All right, and here's my references. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, I apologize about the extended time. Have a great day.